Hello everyone, my name's Harris. I'm also known as Hot Peas or formerly known as Default Bravely on Steam, and I am here with the lead programmer, David.
Hello.
He is only known as David, unfortunately, I'm sorry. But so here, this is our second update video. We've got a lot to talk about, so we're gonna try to condense it a little bit. Uh, First and foremost, I just want to apologize that we didn't get this out yesterday. There was a whole lot of issues with the UI and things just not working exactly how we wanted it to work.
I'll take the blame for that one.
And so what we're gonna cover for the most part is the crafting, because I know a lot of people want to know about what the crafting is, how it's gonna work, and what kind of things will you be able to craft. And we're not gonna say this as a final list because this is not even alpha stages. This is like pre-alpha alpha. And so first and foremost, we have our inventory system. As you can see, got a little bit of wood. I was chopping down trees earlier. And got 10 shells for the pistol, your axe, and then our pistol itself. Now, keep in mind, this is a rough draft that we have for the sake of being able to demonstrate certain things to you guys. So, just don't be too harsh on us as to why the UI looks like a grayscale Photoshop mess. And then we also have the crafting system. It's sort of implemented, not everything is in yet because it's taking a lot of time to get everything down. So, right here we have the weapons. We do have plans for even more craftable weapons. It's just more of a matter of how we feel they're gonna be balanced within the game. So we have the spears, axes, a pickaxe. We're gonna actually include a mine within our game. We're not entirely sure how that's gonna work yet, but it's gonna be how you gather stone for the most part. Because I know a lot of people are wondering, well, how are you gonna get stone if there's no mining in the game? And we're trying to do it without having like potholes all over the map. And then we also have the bow and arrow. And then we have a new weapon that we're kind of excited about for the applications of it.
Better
And it's
pronounce it right.
it's a
One chance.
garrote.
I
Also, some people call it a garrat. Or
don't think anyone calls it that.
well, I've heard it's been in places.
We also have a boomerang, which isn't shown on there, but yeah.
So now I know a lot of people, surprisingly enough, don't know what a garrote is. Uh, it's basically like a thin wire that you can fashion. It could be a wire, it could be rope. And since we're focusing on a lot of stealth play, we figure what's a more satisfying way of killing someone while being quiet than choking them to death. And I know a lot of people might have an issue with that, but we're gonna have the option of not just being able to kill them, but also being able to pacify them and knock them unconscious, like just choke them out. So then you can actually take people captive if your heart so inclines you to do that. And then we also have some building materials. We have the wood stuff. This is very early again. We have the wood walls, supports, doors, stairs, ladders. We have some stone things, stone walls, stone supports, metal. I don't think we're gonna have a metal wall. It doesn't really. I don't think we can go around crap like salvaging metal and like bringing out a forge and stuff. Because I mean, this is an island engineered, but it's not Minecraft or Terraria.
No
So
3D printers here.
so So, well, this will probably be gone. In place of it, it'll probably be like a barricade, like a reinforced barricade. Metal supports. I think that we can fashion that. It's not going to be the prettiest looking thing, but I mean, it'll support your structures. And again, we have more. There's going to be like your typical wood planks, your stone steps, and things like that. And then over here is more of the survival aspect type of deal, a little more personal to you. And we have the spike trap, a bear trap, nets and poison arrows. I know a lot of people were wondering how, if we have all these plants, wouldn't it be nice to actually fashion antitoxins and toxins out of them to hurt dinosaurs or even players? So we are going to provide different types of poison. We also have first aid, bandages, anti-venom, brace, tourniquets, and blood bags. So with the tourniquets and braces, we are going to have a system where you can break your legs, you can break your arms, and it's going to affect how you actually move around. And when it comes to the brace and the tourniquet being on you, it's going to be noticeable. You're not going to be able to use weapons as efficiently. Like you'll end up using, like if you're using a pistol, you can't go into iron sight because you don't really have the advantage of a second arm right away. And with a brace, you can't run as fast, you get fatigued faster, and things like that. And then with your storage, your typical backpack crate, and we also have something that I thought of. I think a lot of people might find this useful, is a false rock. Now, I'm not sure if anyone really has ever heard of a false rock before. I've seen it in a couple games. I like the use of it, and I think that we can use this to our advantage within terms of this game because we want people to feel that they're part of this game. So if you die with all your stuff, you could go back to a place that has everything stored in it, right? I mean, it would be in a crate like how other games have it. But usually by the time you get back, there's a chance that somebody's already gone through your stuff because it's a crate, it's noticeable, people open things. So rather than having something noticeable out there, if you could remember where you place things and you get to know the map, eventually you'll be able to run straight to where you are from no matter where you spawn on the map and find your false rock. Your false rock can store Kevlar vests, it can store food, tools that you wanted to keep, different guns. It's kind of like your backup for your backup. So instead of starting out with nothing, you potentially could have a chance to run to where you are and have all your stuff. And there is a campfire. I was not told about this, so David can explain
What do you
that
mean you
you.
weren't told about that?
I wasn't. I don't remember
How
no
are you gonna cook meat if
campfire.
you don't have a fire?
How you know what?
Cook meat.
Oh, cook meat. Okay, okay, I take that back. It's a very slow morning for me. Well, afternoon. So yeah, I guess there's how you cook meat, and also with that, because I know a lot of people ask how light is going to translate into our game. Light will attract things. Some creatures are curious. It's also going to be noticeable that you're camping out in a certain place because there's your campfire, and uh, if you put it out to avoid being detected, there will still be smoke, so people can kind of get uh, like they would be able to understand whether or not you've actually just been there, and so it's more of a quality of life thing for hunters and for surviving. If it's a campfire that's been there for a while, obviously there's not going to be any smoke. Everything's going to be reduced to ash. But if you've just been there and you put it out, it's still going to be smoldering. There's going to be some hot ash and things like that. So, other than that, we have some more ideas planned for crafting. We just wanted a rough sketch of what we wanted in the game right away. And we're also open to a lot of your guys' suggestions, and it means a lot to us that you guys get what you want in this game because we want you to have the tools that you believe are necessary for survival. Now, I don't mean go ahead and suggest any rocket propelled grenades or C4. I mean, if we can find a use for it, and we've been talking about possibly adding a little quirky system to getting heavier weapons. We're not sure about it yet, so it's kind of on the back burner right now. But I think we love the idea. We just need to make sure that we can implement it into this game. So that'll be out at a later date. I'm not sure when, but it just know that we might include explosives. So, is there anything that you wanted to comment on, David, right now?
um, you
Before we
could
get
show
on to
off like actually crafting a few things if you wanted to. Just
kit.
craft a campfire and
Oh, okay, all right. So basically, how this
a wood wall and
the
crate or
tip,
something.
typical thing. There is nothing that shows you that you've crafted this, so
Until you open up your inventory.
forgive us. And then you also said the wood walls. And there's nothing that shows you that you switched to it either. Oh,
Yeah, as we said, it's just very rough. Down.
bare bones.
Great. Great
Great.
storage.
Sorry. God. All right. So now it's in your inventory. You got some
Yeah,
stuff.
so yep.
And then, so how you place these things right now, we're just setting it to one key. What? Um, I'm sorry. I'm a little. I was
You just
throwing it back.
lose yourself for a second.
So yeah, as you guys seen from the beginning, we do have the crafting system. There's the whole angles and being able to fix it to certain degrees. I was building a treehouse earlier, it kind of like collapsed on me and killed me. So
Yeah, so that's pretty much the same system that'll be used to place down campfires and all that stuff.
yeah,
Just haven't gotten it quite
it's
implemented yet.
yeah, it's not it's a lot of people think that it's easy just to, start putting things into the game, but if you want it to make sense, it's a lot harder
Mm.
because translating logic in the code is not exactly the easiest thing ever. All right, so we're gonna try to wrap things up because we don't want to waste a lot of your time, because we can go on forever. So a couple things I want to hit on is that next week we do have another update planned for Friday, and we're hoping that we meet it this time. It's going to be more so on the environment because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, it's just a forest. Why is it just a forest? There's not much trees. There's no bushes." This is a rough draft of what we wanted the forest biome to be. There's going to be a lot more vegetation. There's going to be rivers running through it and things like that. It's just we wanted a play space to demonstrate some of the things like the physics and to be able to code it around an area and then be able to apply it to everything as we build more sections of the map. Some other questions that I've heard a lot of and I think we should address is how many players are going to fit in the map. What we want is 64. We want 64 players to be able to be on the map, to be able to play, and not run into each other a lot, but not ever be alone. It's kind of important to us because in other games you're running around with 40, 50 people on the map and you never really see them. And then when you do see them, pretty much know that cause it's going to go one way. They're going to kill you or you're going to kill them. Um, some other updated news. We do have a new team member. His name is Pingy, also known as Tanner. He's basically helping with a lot of the community stuff, and he will be helping not proof edit, proof code some things as we get a little later into the development process. Because right now, as I said, we're just doing bare bones things so that you guys have a basic idea of what to expect. But I think the ideas that we have planned and are in the process of are going to really show that we're standing out in this race to be a survival game, I guess you can say. Thank you guys for watching, and we appreciate all the support that we are getting from you guys. It really means a lot to us. And just want to remind everyone that if you guys have an issue with the UI, which I know you do because I do, we do have in the announcement section a little more explanation as to what we want to do with the UI. We want to outsource it to you guys for some general ideas as to what you want in the UI and what you want as the overall design and the placement of certain things. Because we spent weeks on trying to decide what we wanted the UI to look like, and we got this. So So for now, it's really up to you guys. We'll keep thinking on it, but we feel that if we're making this game for you, so we want you all to have a UI that you'd appreciate and be able to navigate without looking at a wiki before you even start doing anything. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.